Vanakkam students, in this video we are going to see Unit 6 Nuclear Physics lesson. Objectives of this part is History of Nuclear Physics, Introduction of Nuclear Physics, Radioactivity. In radioactivity we are going to see how radioactivity is discovered and definition of radioactivity and what is meant by natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity. These are the two types of radioactivity, and last topic is units of radioactivity. So let us start one by one. In introduction, we are going to know what is meant by nuclear physics and who is the father of nuclear physics. So it is a branch of physics. Nuclear physics is a branch of physics. The study of building blocks of atoms and the interactions of atomic nuclei is known as nuclear physics. So it is a branch of physics. It is the study of building blocks of atom and the interactions of atomic nuclei. And father of nuclear physics is Ernest Rutherford. Father of nuclear physics is Ernest Rutherford. Then in the year 1932, James Chadwick discovered chargeless particle which is called as a neutrons. So first electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson and proton was discovered by Goldstein, but that name was given by Rutherford, and James Chadwick discovered neutrons. And next one is the large number of elementary particles. Large number of elementary particles, that is photon, meson, positron and neutrino have been discovered by Chadwick. So the large number of elementary particles like photon, meson, positron and neutrino are also be discovered. And in the year 1911, the Ernest Rutherford explained that mass of an atom is concentrated in a central part. So he explained that mass of an atom is concentrated in the central part. That part is called as a nucleus. So we know that in an atom, nucleus are present at the center of an atom. So that was said by an Ernest Rutherford in the year 1911. So these are the introduction part of nuclear physics. Next topic is discovery of radioactivity. Henri Becquerel was discovered radioactivity. He is a French physicist in the year of 1897. But his research was started in the year 1896. So let us start with this research. So he finished his research for the week. That is, he stored some amount of uranium compound in a drawer for the weekend. He has been taken a uranium compound. That compound was kept in a drawer for a week. By chance, an unexposed photographic plate was also stored in that same drawer. The uranium, where the uranium compound were kept, in that drawer itself, an unexposed photographic plate are also stored. So after a week, he came back. He came back and noticed that the film had been exposed in some radiation. So after a week he came back and opened the drawer. He saw that in that the film had been exposed to some radiation. So he discovered that he could not reproduce the effect whenever he placed uranium near a photographic film. So he cannot reproduce the effect whenever he placed uranium near a photographic film. So that uranium radiated something that could affect a photographic plate. So that uranium compound only radiated to the photographic plate. So this phenomenon was called as an radioactivity, and uranium was identified as an radioactive element. So this type of phenomenon is known as an radioactivity, and uranium was identified as a radioactive element. So in his research, he will take a uranium compound and kept in a drawer for a week. In that drawer itself, an unexposed photographic plate is also kept in that same drawer. After a week he came back and he noticed that unexposed photographic plate was exposed to some radiation. So he started to research how. By uranium radiation only the photographic plate had been exposed. So this phenomenon was called as an radioactivity, and that uranium was identified as an radioactive element. After 2 years, Marie Curie and her husband Pierre Curie detected radioactivity in pitchblende. Detected radioactivity in pitchblende. Pitchblende means it is a tiny black substance. So that substance is known as an ore of uranium. Pitchblende is a tiny black substance. That substance is known as an ore of uranium. So they were discovered that the radiation was more intense from pure uranium. So Marie Curie and Pierre Curie was discovered that the radiation was more intense from pure uranium only. And also it was found that the pitchblende has less concentration of uranium because it is the ore of uranium only. So it has a less concentration. Then they concluded some other substance were also present in pitchblende. So they were concluded that in pitchblende the some other substance will also be present. And after the separating this new substance, they were discovered that it had unknown chemical properties and it also emit radiation spontaneously like uranium. After separating the new substance from the pitchblende, they discovered that some unknown chemical properties and also they radiated spontaneously like uranium compound, and that compound, that substance was named as an radium, and the radioactive elements emit harmful radioactive radiations. Along with that, the radioactive elements emits harmful radiation like alpha rays, beta rays or gamma rays. So after 2 years, Marie Curie and Pierre Curie were detected radioactivity in pitchblende. It is a tiny black substance and it is a ore of uranium, and they were discovered that radiation was more intense from pure uranium, but in pitchblende they had a less concentration of uranium because some other substance are also present in pitchblende. After separating the new substance in pitchblende, they radiated spontaneously like uranium. So that new substance are said to be an radium, and along that radiation some harmful radiation also taken place like alpha rays or beta rays or gamma rays. Next topic is definition of radioactivity. So in this we know that some elements are in unstable condition. So the nucleus of some elements are in unstable. So such kind of nuclei undergo nuclear decay process. So such kind of unstable nuclei undergo nuclear decay process and to convert into more stable nuclei. So by undergoing nuclear decay process, they will able to convert it into more stable nuclei. So during this nuclear reaction, these nuclei emit certain harmful radiation. So during this nuclear decay reaction, it will emit certain harmful radiation and also with some elementary particles. For example, photon, meson, positron, neutrino, etc. And the phenomenon of nuclear decay of certain elements with emission of radiation like alpha, beta and gamma ray is called a radioactivity. So the phenomenon of nuclear decay of certain elements with the emission of, during the nuclear decay, it will emits the harmful radiation like alpha, beta and gamma ray. That phenomenon is called as an radioactivity, and the elements which undergo this phenomenon are called as radioactive element. So definition of radioactivity is the phenomenon of nuclear decay of certain elements with the emission of radiation like alpha, beta and gamma ray is called radioactivity, and the elements which undergoes the phenomenon are called radioactive elements. So next, let us see the two types of radioactivity. Artificial radioactivity was first discovered by Irene Curie and E. Joliet in the year 1934. So we have studied in natural radioactivity, the spontaneous emission of radiation from certain elements on their own is called natural. But in artificial it is opposite to natural. That is, the phenomenon of spontaneous emission from certain elements on artificial or by induced method or man-made method is known as artificial radioactivity. So the phenomenon by which light elements are made radioactive by artificial or induced is called radioactivity. That is artificial radioactivity or man-made radioactivity. So in this we are going to take a light substance. That substance was taken as an radioactive substance. Now we are going to convert, that is induced a light substance into an radioactive substance. For that we are going to take a lighter elements like boron or aluminium. So now on boron or aluminium we are going to bombard with some radiation such as alpha particles. That alpha particles were emitted during the natural radioactivity of uranium. After the bombardment, this results in the emission of invisible radiation and elementary particles. So after the bombardment of alpha particles in boron, this results in the invisible radiation and elementary particles like photons, mesons, positrons, etc. And during a disintegration, the nucleus which undergoes disintegration is called parent nucleus. Disintegration means energy released during radioactive decay. So during this process, the nucleus which are going to be undergoes in the disintegration is called as an parent nucleus, which is produced after the that is disintegration is called as an daughter nucleus. So during this process, the nucleus which is going to be undergo in the disintegration is called parent nucleus. After that, the produced disintegration is called as an daughter nucleus. So the particle which is used to induce the artificial disintegration is termed as a projectile, and the particle which is used to produce the disintegration is termed as an ejected particle. So the particles which is used to induce the artificial disintegration are termed as projectile. After the disintegration, the produced particle is termed as an ejected particle. So when the projectile hits the parent nucleus, it is converted into unstable nucleus. So when the projectile hits the parent nucleus, it is converted into unstable nucleus, and which turns decay spontaneously, which emits the daughter nucleus with also ejected particle. So when the particle is used to induce the artificial disintegration is termed as an projectile. That particle which is produced after the disintegration is termed as an ejector. When the projector hits the parent nucleus, is converted into unstable nucleus, and in which turn decay spontaneously, emitting the daughter nucleus with ejected particle. And the parent nuclei and daughter nuclei is represented by X and Y, and the projectile and ejected particle was represented by P and E. Example for artificial radioactivity is beryllium, which undergoes with helium gives carbon. So in this, the nuclear reaction is carbon because it is an unstable and it is also radioactive. So this reaction can be represented as beryllium carbon. So this is the best example for artificial radioactivity. Last topic is units of radioactivity. We are going to see 4 units. That is, one is Curie, second one is Rutherford, third one is Becquerel, last one is Roentgen. So Curie is the traditional unit of radioactivity. Curie is the traditional unit of radioactivity, and it is defined as the quantity of a radioactive substance which undergoes 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 disintegration in 1 second. So the quantity of radioactive substance which undergoes 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 disintegration in 1 second. So that is 1 gram of radium in 26. So 1 Curie, which is equal to 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 disintegration per second. So this is the unit of radioactivity. So second unit is Rutherford, which is represented by RD. It is also another unit of radioactivity, and it is defined as the quantity of a radioactive substance which provide 10 to the power of 6 disintegration in 1 second. In Curie, 3.7 into 10 to the power of 10 disintegration per second. In Rutherford, 1 Rutherford equal to 10 to the power of 6 disintegration per second. And third unit is becquerel, which is represented by BQ, and it is the SI unit of radioactivity. It is defined as the quantity of 1 disintegration per second. Only the quantity of 1 disintegration per second, that is 1 BQ equal to 1 radioactive decay per second. And last unit is Roentgen. It is the radiation exposure of gamma and alpha rays, which is measured by another unit called Roentgen. So the radiation exposure of gamma and alpha, that is gamma and X-rays, which is measured by the another units called Roentgen. One Roentgen is defined as the quantity of radioactive substance which produce a charge of 2.58 into 10 to the power of -4 coulomb in 1 kg of air under the standard condition of pressure, temperature and humidity. So 1 Roentgen, which is equal to 2.58 into 10 to the power of -4 coulomb in 1 kg of air with same condition of pressure, temperature and humidity. So these were the 4 units of radioactivity. So in this video we have discussed about history of radioactivity and introduction part of radioactivity, and after the introduction we have seen discoveries of radioactivity, definitions of radioactivity in 2 types of radioactivity, that is natural radioactivity and artificial radioactivity, and the comparison between natural and artificial radioactivity, and last one is units of radioactivity. In that we have seen 4 units: Curie, Rutherford, becquerel and Roentgen.